Hello, ladies. This is your girl Terry at the Healthy Vixen, and I am here with another video. So today's video is something near and dear to my heart, and the conversation and the message for today came out of a conversation that I was having with a really close friend about his experience at the Essence Festival this year. And I'm going to really jump right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in a serious obesity crisis. And when I talk about a crisis, I looked up the definition of crisis, and it is an event, circumstance, or situation affecting you or your environment over which you have no direct cause, control, or responsibility. So the obesity crisis that we're going through, a lot of us are in it, and we didn't cause it, and we don't have control over it. And so, when you look at your situation, whether you are obese or morbidly obese or headed in that direction, or you have a family history of everybody that you look at, whether it's your mom, your grandma, your aunts, your cousins, everybody is obese. You have to really look at the situation and say, okay, now am I going to be a victim and suffer with the consequences and have pity on myself? Or am I going to say, you know what? Let me take my health into my own hands. Let me take the necessary steps to get the knowledge and to overcome this issue. And I think that a lot of times we ignore the issue. We don't want to deal with it. We just move on. We just want to just live our lives. We don't want to have to deal with it. We don't want to have to take the necessary steps to just stop and just look at it. Just really look at it and analyze it and say, okay, is it a problem or is it not a problem? We don't even stop there to say, okay, this is a real problem. You know what I mean? A lot of us are in denial. A lot of us are in serious denial. Okay, for example, you grew up in a culture where comfort foods was a big thing in your household, in your family, with your friends. You grew up in an African-American environment where there wasn't a lot of resources, and so you were rewarded with food. Or you always had Sunday dinners where it was macaroni and cheese, cornbread, greens, fried chicken, smothered pork chops, smothered pig feet, smothered pig tails, chitlins. Okay, let's just be real, right? Or you're a Latina, right? And you grew up in a community where there were beans and rice, enchiladas. What are the wrap things that are really, really big in California? I'm in California, and they really love, what are those things that are in the wrap? I can't think of them right now, but it's really big, and that's what they eat. Whether it's any holiday, that's what they're eating. Or you grew up as an Italian, and there was always pasta. There was always, bread, heavy bread, and garlic and butter and all this stuff. Even like African Americans, we're stimulated by the crab balls, the garlic crabs, the shrimp, the lobsters, the steak. Okay, that's the American diet, the steak and potatoes. Let's just be real. It's starchy, heavy, heavy sugar, heavy carbs, carbohydrates that cause issues. They cause issues. They cause heart disease. They cause diabetes. They cause weight gain. Okay, let's just be real. And and it's an issue. It's an issue that we really need to look at. you know? Okay, say for instance, maybe you live in a neighborhood where there's a scarcity of quality foods. You live in a food desert. You live in an area where it takes you over, 20 minutes to get to a quality grocery store, and your car, you don't want to take go all the way across town to get quality foods. The grocery store that's closest to you may not have the best meat. They may not have pasteurized or grass-fed meats, and if they do, it's scarce and it's expensive as hell. You know what I mean? The nearest Costco, or the nearest Whole Foods, or what's the other one? Sprouts is a couple of miles away or way on the other side of town. And it's like, okay, well, let me just go up to the store. I just grab whatever. I just get fruit cups instead of fruit. Maybe the fruit and veggies in your store, your nearest store, aren't the best quality. Maybe they aren't barely even sweet. You get grapes, you might want a plum or a peach, and it's not even sweet. You might want bananas and they're not even ripe. You might want cherries or a watermelon and it's not even sweet. Every time you go, it's not sweet. So why even bother, right? I'm craving something sweet. The fruit aren't sweet. The veggies look, not up to par. And so what do? You grab ice cream to feed that craving. You grab cookies to feed that craving, right? Some of y'all haven't even ever been to a farmer's market, okay? So let's just be real. I've been there. I've done that. Got the t-shirt and I ain't going back, okay? All right, maybe you grew up in a house where the circumstances were, these kind of circumstances that I mentioned were the norm, right? There is comfort foods. We reward each other with food, dinner, out to lunch, brunch. You reward the kids with cookies, their favorite snacks. You go in the store, you pick whatever treat you like, right? Because you got good grades this week. Or and there's a food shortage also, right? There's a food desert. You live in a food desert also. So it's like, okay, well, this is the norm for you. Okay, if that's the norm for you, many of you have family members that have or yourself that have already developed hypertension, high cholesterol, obesity, morbid obesity, diabetes, cancer, okay, ovarian cancer, female issues, PCOS, things like that, heavy bleeding, migraines. Let's just talk about it. Let's just mental health issues, anxiety, depression, schizophrenia. Like a lot of this stuff come from that lifestyle, right? And we don't really talk about where these issues come from. A lot of us Black women have had hysterectomies at early ages. I can remember back, probably it's been a while now, but I can remember it was me, my mom, my aunt, two of my aunts, and my sister. We were all getting dressed to go somewhere. And we're with each other. We're all related. We're very close. And as a nurse, I just automatically do a head-to-toe assessment on everybody I see. That's just what nurses do. So if you have a nurse in your family or a friend that's a nurse, best to believe she has done several head-to-toe assessments on you and never even said anything, because that's what we do. But I'm looking at my family members and myself, and all of us have cuts on our stomach where we have had some type of reproductive surgery. Whether my mom and my aunts. My mom had never had a hysterectomy. I don't think I need to talk to her. But my aunts had hysterectomies. My sister had uterine cancer. I had a deltoid cyst on one of my ovaries that had to be taken out when I was 3 months pregnant with my son. It was the size of a small grapefruit. All of us had some type of reproductive surgeries. All of us. And one of my aunts can remember actually delivering her son while she was sedated. Okay, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother issue of health inequities that Black people have dealt with in years back. But a lot of these issues and conditions we have developed, we have inherited through genetics, and the cycle just has never been broken. And so what do you do? What do you do? Right? What do you do? So as a healthcare professional, first, as a nurse, we are taught that you cannot teach a person until they are ready to be taught. A patient has to, we have to assess the readiness to learn, the readiness to care for yourself, the readiness to, so say for instance, I walk in a room with a patient and this patient has been in excruciating pain. I just gave the patient pain medication and it's just not working, but the patient is drowsy. The patient is tired because they've been spending the last few hours in excruciating pain, and finally their body is getting rest. So I feel like, okay, well, I need to teach this patient. It's on my agenda to teach this patient today. We're getting ready to discharge this patient, right? So if I come in and this patient is relaxed, they're chilling, they finally has some relief from the pain, I also have to say, okay, is it really a good time to, or say for instance, I talk to the patient and they're like, yeah, I'm just tired. I just don't feel like, I just don't want to. And I'm like, okay, I got to check this off. Like, this is a goal. We need to learn whatever. I need to teach that patient on the medications or how to change the dressing on their wound or whatever. I have to assess whether that patient is ready to learn, right? So a lot of us aren't ready to learn. Let's be clear. A lot of us aren't. If I assess you, a lot of us are not ready to learn, right? We're not ready to be taught. So let me just talk to those of you who are ready to be taught, who are ready to humble yourself, who are ready to take matters in your own hand, or just those of you who are just ready to look at the situation for what it is. The first thing that you must do in order to deal with your personal, not everybody in your family, but your personal obesity crisis, is to gain awareness of the total picture, right? And I'm reading my notes because I took a lot of notes because it was coming to me straight from the Holy Spirit, and I needed to write it down because I just do better when I write things down, okay? A lot of us deal with the spirit of pride. A lot of us have letting pride take over our lives. A lot of us walk around with a prideful spirit. You can't teach us nothing. You can't tell us nothing. You can't, unless you're the white man, right? You can't tell, nobody can tell you nothing. And a lot of our family members see that we're obese, and out of fear of hurting your feelings, because a lot of us don't have control of our feelings. And that's another thing, that a lot of different foods that we eat and a lot of bacteria in our guts cause us to not be in control of our emotions, act out, cry a lot, have anxiety, have depression, have low self-esteem. A lot of that comes from the bacteria in your gut, from what you've been eating, from what you've been drinking. And I can't even start talking about the alcohol and wine that we're consuming that adds to the obesity. But we love a cocktail. We love some good, what they call it, Stella Rose or whatever. I can't remember. Right? But the Bible says pride comes before destruction. The Bible also says God hates a haughty look, right? So enough, y'all. Let's just be real. We need to prioritize our health right now. You need to prioritize your health right now. And I may sound harsh when I'm talking about this, but many of us, we too big, and people be afraid to tell us what they really think. For example, I lost 55 pounds, and it took me a little over a year, probably a year and a half, to lose it. And when I look back at how big I was, the biggest I got was, I was like at a size 14, 16, and my normal size is like a 6'8", right? I got to up to like 186 pounds, right? And when I look back at the pictures after I had lost the weight, I went to my family and I was like, why didn't y'all tell me I was so big? And they were like, oh no, we didn't think nothing of it. We thought you were okay with that. We love you. We love you for who you are. We didn't think to tell you, hey, hey, you getting kind of thick there. You might want to, And I know somebody that I know a fool once told me, and I would say, you can learn anything from anybody. But I say fool because I look at the overall lifestyle of this person and I just say this person is a fool. But this person gave me said the wisest thing to me when I was on my weight loss journey. He said, if you want to lose weight, stop eating. If you want to lose weight, stop eating. And I don't mean starve yourself, but that's the harsh part. That's how harsh he was when he said it. But it rings true. If you want to lose weight, stop eating so much, right? Eat different. Just eat different. Right? So, a lot of Black women in general, we starting businesses. We get masters and doctorate degrees. We're looking for a rich husband, our kingdom spouse. We want to drive the luxury cars. We want to have we're going after the expensive handbags and shoes, red bottom shoes, and Chanel. Listen, put that on hold. Put it on hold. If you're obese or you're morbidly obese, if you are pre-diabetic, if you are overweight, if you are, if it's in your family, put all of that stuff to the side for right now. Put all of that. You're trying to start your business. You're trying to grow your business. You're trying to be you in your bag. Put that to the side, right? Put that to the side for a season. Prioritize your health, because all of that, what the scriptures say, what is it to gain the whole world but lose your soul? You're getting all this stuff. You're trying to go for all this stuff and trying to do this and run with this and all these expensive trips and Cabo and Europe and Thailand. You're trying to do all of that. You're going on these trips. Let's just be real. You're going on these trips and you got something in your heart for your girlfriend because she prioritized her health. She not obese. She got a bikini on and she living life and she loving life and she loving herself and she operating in self-care, and you envying and have some kind of hate in your heart toward her because you jealous. Let's just be real. She ain't gonna tell you because she too sweet. She don't want to hurt your feelings. You know, she telling you, girl, you this and you that, and you know in your heart you feel some type of way about you. So you directed toward her. Same thing happened with that girl that they killed. They ended up killing her. You know, they ended up killing her on the vacation, and she was the sweetest thing, but they had envy in their heart toward her. The same thing happened to me. I went out of town with some close young ladies of mine and got turned on because I was the smallest. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. I was the smallest. The dudes were trying to holler, and they had envy in their hearts, and I didn't even see it coming. We're getting fatter and fatter. And what we doing, ladies, is we beating our face on top of it. We putting the unit right on top of it. We putting the handbag right on top of it. We putting the clothes on top of it. The stomach spilling out, and we want these men to treat us like queens, and we not even treating ourselves like queens. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. You need to take charge of your situation. You need to take charge of your world. You need to take charge, you need to take charge of your inner being. You need to take charge of your temple, God's temple. You say you love God, you're destroying his temple. You're destroying his temple. You're dying slowly. We talk about people that take their lives, that kill themselves, but we're killing ourselves slowly. Why? Because we don't love ourselves. We don't love ourselves. We don't prioritize nothing. We ain't trying to do nothing. We going to be the same amount of money that you will go and have a physician cut you open and treat you. I've seen goals. I've seen all the plastic surgery and all the cosmetic surgery. You're flying over into the Dominican Republic, about to lose your life, getting infections and all of that kind of stuff. But the same amount of money that you would spend on that, you can spend to get you a personal trainer and somebody, a practitioner that will walk alongside you and coach you and show you what to eat. And y'all getting home decorations and decorating your homes, and your refrigerator looking like something out of the ghetto. Your refrigerator looking horrible. Your refrigerator is looking toe up from the floor up. All right. So the same amount of money that you will spend to go and get some surgery, you can spend that to go and get you a personal trainer. You can spend that to get you a meal prep service. You can spend that on some quality foods and on some gas to go way across town to the best grocery stores. And you can spend that on a healthy lifestyle. Okay. All right, so let's just be real. I'm just saying, y'all stubborn. I know we stubborn. I know we don't want to hear the truth, but guess what? The truth will make you free. The truth hurts, but it'll set you free. The truth hurts, and it will hurt, but it'll make you free. It'll make you free. Okay? We need to stop being stubborn. We need to stop being proud. We need to seek help. A lot of y'all can't do it alone. Some of us can, but we don't know how to just put self first and all this other stuff. Oh, yeah, y'all going, well, oh, yeah, you know what? That sounds real good, but no, I'm going to sit this one out this year. Probably for the next year, I'm just going to focus on me and just developing some self-care and some healthy habits for me this year. I'm going to prioritize my health. I got some goals, and I got this weight on me. Let's just be real. Let's talk about it. Tell your girlfriend, girl, I got this weight on me and I got to get it off. And if you can help me, I know you small, tell me what you're doing, and let me see how I can incorporate it in what I'm doing. And then by next year or the year after that, then I'll probably be ready, go and do all of that stuff and go and shop and all of that and all of these things that we normally do. But as of now, I gotta change. Okay? We're dying slowly, and we're pretending that we're happy with the lot you've been given. You walking around here smiling and laughing and all of this, when deep inside you know that weight is on you. You can barely get up the stairs. You can barely go outside and go to the park and swing and play with your kids. You can't even race your kids. You can't even ride the dick like you used to. You being lazy with sex. Let's just keep it 100. Let's just keep it 100. You need a community to support you. You need somebody that knows what you're going through, done been there where you've been, and want to help you to progress and grow and learn some things and incorporate what's best for you. You can't say, "Oh yeah, let's do this diet. Let's fast, or let's go to the gym 5 days a week, or no, it's got to work for you. It's got to work for your lifestyle, and it takes time. It takes analyzing what your lifestyle really is and what's going to be the best way for you, right? Everybody don't need to go to the gym. When I lost 55 pounds, I didn't go to the gym not once. I went to the gym every now and then, and every blue moon, I'll say that, every blue moon, every now and then, and I did stuff like Zumba. I walked my dog every now and then, and my dog didn't really like to walk. I lived in Florida, it's hot. We weren't walking like that. We walked, let him use the bathroom, get some fresh air, and go. But a lot of us need to walk. The best thing for a lot of us is to walk, because guess what? Walking, not only do you lose weight, if the longer you walk, and the more brisk you walk, you lose weight. But the main thing that we need to get together is our mental health. We need to walk just for the endorphins and the dopamine that we get, the release of serotonin that we get to get us out of anxiety, fear, attachment, what do they call it? Like, just the mental health shit that we deal with. Depression, holding on to relationships too long. We need our brains to get right, and we need the stamina in our mental capacity to even dedicate our lives to taking care of our health. That's one of the main reasons why you need to be walking, okay? All right, so dread for diets, all this heavy going to the gym, like a lot of that stuff is unnecessary. You don't have to do that, but you need to figure out what you do need to do, okay? All right, so we need to stop eating for comfort and joy. Every time a celebration comes, we got to go out to eat. We got to go for drinks. We got to go for this. We got to go for that. Find some different outlets. Find some other ways to celebrate. Find some different ways to say, okay, well, you know what? This Christmas, we're not going to have the crab boil, or we're not going to have the shrimp, what do they call it? A lot of people have for Christmas, instead of the traditional Thanksgiving meal, you'll have like a seafood meal, right? Let's switch it up. But if you do go to it, because we love to be around our loved ones, eat something healthy first. Get full first before you go, and just taste the stuff. Like, it's different things that we can do to just, first of all, just eat different. And second of all, prepare for when you're getting ready to go with your family and loved ones to dinner, right? Eat first, and that's just the bottom line. Or when you order, go ahead and have the waitress bring you a box, take half of that, put that up for tomorrow, not for when you get home, but tomorrow, and eat half of your meal. Do that as soon as it comes and sits in front of you. Have them bring you a box immediately. Don't touch nothing, don't do nothing. Go ahead and split it in half and put that to the side and then eat, right? There's ways to do it. But this is just something that is on my mind right now that we can do, because most of the time we go to restaurants and it's double, triple portions anyway. Okay? So in a nutshell, consider doing the complete opposite of what your norm is, right? Start to just ponder the thought that there is possibly another way to living than how you're living right now. And be willing to change your beliefs and the way you see food and eating. Just start there. Just start there. Just start there. Just start there. This channel is meant to provide a wealth of knowledge around health, around healthy living, healthy lifestyle, living the luxurious and lavish lifestyle. And that first starts within, right? So not only spiritual, but we got to keep the spiritual temple clean and holy, which is our reasonable service, okay? So what this channel is meant to be. Is meant to be a tool and give you the resources to take your health into your own hands, okay? So keep following, because you know what? I have a pure intention to help people, and I'm intuitively led by the Holy Spirit to do that. That's just what I do. That's what I know, and that's who I am. Okay? So leave me a comment and let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you thought about this video. Let me know what challenges you've been having surrounding taking your health into your own hands and dealing with obesity. Let's talk. You can email me. I'm going to put my email in the description box, so you can email me if you want to just talk about where you are and what your challenges have been and what the norms have been in your family and what your goals are. Okay? I'm going to put my email in the description box. I'm here to help. I'm here to be a blessing. Okay? So thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye.